Okay, come on.
He only needs to see your face. He doesn't have to see your whole body.
Okay. Hold on.
Mr. Wilson, go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your camera. When the judge comes out, just pause on the hair, okay, Miss Lane?
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to get ready for work. I'm about to leave at 10.
I understand. It won't take too long.
Oh,
All right, he's here.
okay.
Good morning. This is cause number 2024-6088 in the interest of Nia Wilson. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Mariah Lane, and I'm her mother.
So your name and your relationship to the child.
Robert Wilson, and I'm a father.
And for the state.
Marcella Turner.
All right, we've got a petition to establish parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
You have any stipulations?
We do.
Let's read those into the record.
The parties have agreed. I'm sorry, Your Honor, if I could just pause for a second to have the court take judicial notice of the DNA testing report on file with the court.
All right, the court will note that the DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, Robert Wilson, is not excluded as the biological father of the test child, Nia Wilson. All right.
The parties have agreed to joint managing conservatorship as the mother, with the mother designated or as the conservator who determines the child's primary residence without regard to geographic location. The parties have also agreed to a standard possession and access order with pickup and drop off at Chick-fil-A located in Lake Charles. That address will be listed in the order. I believe it is 3435 Nelson Road, Lake Charles. The parties have also agreed to a monthly child support amount in the amount of $218 with a cash medical support amount of $50, both of those to begin on August 1st of 2021. And the parties have also agreed to establish the parent-child relationship between Mr. Wilson and the child before the court today.
All right, and the issues?
Retroactive child support, Your Honor.
All right, so far, is that your agreement, Mr. Wilson?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, and so far, is that, are those your agreements, Ms. Lane?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the only issue you have is if any child support, retroactive child support is due. Let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Lane. Ms. Lane, are you aware about around the time Mr. Wilson was released from prison?
January, what, 16th? I think the 16th.
What year?
Oh,
Okay,
2020. I'm sorry, 2021.
And prior to that time period, to your knowledge or your understanding, Mr. Wilson was incarcerated up until January of 2021. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
For what period of time?
Has Miss
From 2015, January 2016, I'm sorry, to January 2021.
Okay, and this child was born in June of
2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And today, since Mr. Wilson's his release from his incarceration, has Mr. Wilson provided financially for your child?
No, he has bought her a pair of shoes when she visited him, and a shirt and a few toys, but that's it. I haven't received any money from him at all.
And if you had to estimate about how much what he has provided cost in total, how much would you say that it costs in total for what he has provided?
Probably about 250, maybe.
How much,
He
ma'am?
bought
There's a lot of noise going on there. How much?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. How much has he provided, you say?
About $250, maybe.
$250.
Yeah,
All right.
when he got her, he bought her a few things, but he hasn't sent me anything.
And are you asking this court to enter a retroactive child support judgment from February of 2021 up through today's date?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you willing to give Mr. Wilson credit for the $250 should this court decide that retroactive child support is warranted?
No, because he hasn't sent me anything personally, so no. That's what he did on his own time.
Okay, no further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Well, I'm concerned, Ms. Turner. What about 2015?
Your Honor, that's outside of the 48 months.
Okay, sorry. Good point.
That's
All right,
okay.
Mr. Wilson, do you have any questions for Ms. Lane?
I don't have any questions for Ms. Lane. No, sir.
Okay, call your next witness, Ms. Turner.
Thank you. The state would like to call Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, could you state to the court the time period that you were incarcerated? Just for the
I was incarcerated from January 2016 to January 2021.
And once you were released from prison, did you attempt to help support your child financially by sending Miss Laney sort of support?
I mean, well, once I got home, I wasn't established. I was automatically on child support, facing child support when I came home. So when I did actually get a chance to actually physically get my daughter, I spent money on her. I made sure she was good. I took her out. I did a lot of things. I spent almost $600 on her, but since then I haven't been working, so I haven't been able to do anything.
You do have a job. You had one.
Okay, and so the
Ma'am.
money,
Ma'am, nobody's talking to you right now.
so the $600 that you testified that you spent on her, it wasn't money that you actually sent to Miss Lane. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
And so once you were released from prison, do you recall about around the time that you actually got back on your feet, like the month?
I started working in March. I started my first job like at the end of March, and I had my daughter since then. And that's when I did what I did, and now I'm not working. So I'm seeking employment right now. So
Okay. And so you got a job back in March of this year. How long were you at that job?
I say March. I say about 3 months.
For about 3 months. So March, April, and May.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much were you making at that job
I was
for
making
the 3 months you were?
I was making $12 an hour, and I was only working like 28 hours a week.
Okay. And so for the money that you have spent on the child, you've estimated, or you testified that you estimated it was about around $600. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Because I bought her like an outfit. I bought her some sleeping clothes. I took her out. I got her nails done. I bought her all the toys she wanted. Like I spent almost like $600 on her. And I'm not trying to use that. That's what she wanted to do, and that's what I had. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay. And are you asking this court to give you credit for the $600 that you spent on the child? Should the court decide?
You know what, ma'am? I'm not asking for any credit because that doesn't mean anything. I want to make sure my daughter's straight at the same time. So no, I did that out of love, not for some type of retribution. No.
Okay, so do you believe that some back child support is warranted?
I mean, honestly, no, because the whole time I was in prison, my mother was like stepping in for me. So she could say, like, she'll say that no, she wasn't, but my mother was stepping in for me when I was in prison. So she had help.
Okay, we're just only talking about the time since you've been out of prison, sir, not before. Okay.
She just asked me when I was in prison.
Yeah, I understand that, but Ms. Turner, am I correct? You're asking for what,
Yes,
7 months,
6 months
6
from my,
months? Okay, 6 months retroactive child support, not during the time you were in prison, sir, only since you've been out.
I
You
mean,
understand?
well, and what was the, all right, can you repeat the question, please?
do you believe that back is warranted from the time period that you were released from prison up until now? Do you believe you should pay some sort of back child support?
I mean, no, ma'am, but I mean, if I have to, I will. I don't feel as though I have to because I mean, I wasn't working full time. I wasn't, you know.
All right. And do you have any other biological children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
And so just to clarify, you began working in March, but prior to that, you were just basically trying to get back on your feet after being released from prison. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Lane, do you have any questions for Mr. Wilson?
No.
All right, the court awards a retroactive child support judgment amount of $1,000 to be paid at the rate of $25 a month, beginning August 1st, 2021. Anything further, Ms. Turner?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, if you could log back into the other Zoom for me, we'll finish over there.
Which
Miss
one?
Lane, log back into the other Zoom for me.
I don't. I do that. The other zone. I don't know what that is. How do I do that?
There it is. All right, this is call number 2021-09756 in the interest of Julian Castellanos. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn.
How do I get in the other zone?
You saw, Ms. Reyes is not connected to audio yet. Miss, okay. Okay, what can we do about getting Ms. Reyes on audio?
So, if someone, I don't have a sign, we could hold up a sign and tell her she needs to connect to audio. That's what we normally do on the other side. Let me ask.
And she can't hear you.
No, she can't. So there needs to be, I don't really have anything. So.
Ms. Mitchell, you want me to do it? You want me to?
Yes,
Yeah.
if you could just hold a sign up to
Okay.
let her know to
I'll do
connect to audio.
I'll do it.
Is she on by video or?
She's
I'm
on
here.
now.
I'm here. I'm
There she
sorry.
is. There she is. There she is. Okay. Unmute yourself, Ms. Reyes.
Sorry.
All right. This is call number 2021-09756 in the interest of Julian Castellanos. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. And can you turn on your video, Ms. Reyes?
Yes, give me 1 second.
In the meantime, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
All right. Is your video on, Ms. Reyes?
Okay. Oh, I guess it isn't. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, okay.
Okay, sir, please state your name and your relationship to the child
My name is Hernan Castellanos, and
and
I'm
your relationship to the child.
the presumed father.
All right, and representing the father.
Your Honor, Frederick Williams for Hernan Castellanos. Your Honor, he signed an AOP.
That's it. Okay. We're gonna get there. Just let me get the parties on the record. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Mother,
Your name.
Ana Reyes.
Is there no light in that room? Or
Yes, let me turn it on. Sorry.
all right, and representing the state.
Kara Mitchell.
Okay, we've got an original petition of suit affecting parent-child relationship with an AOP. What are we doing today, Ms. Mitchell?
Yeah, Honor, Mr. Castellanos signed an AOP, but has since gotten DNA testing and has found out child is not his and is requesting DNA testing on our end and
All
is
right.
changing the AOP.
All right, Ms. Reyes, is there a possibility that he's not the father of the child?
No.
He is the father, you say.
He is the father.
Okay, so let's do some DNA testing. Evidently, there's been some type of testing. So let's make sure so you don't have to hear about it anymore. Otherwise, you'll hear about it for the whole life of the child. So father's challenge to the OP is granted. DNA testing is ordered. And the case is reset to what date? November 1st?
November the 1st, yes.
November 1st, 2021. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All
Nothing.
right.
Father, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're excused.
Okay, maybe we leave, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yeah, and Your